and I will go ahead and then select this, maybe this, and then I'll go and edit polygon. Then we will snap them to the roof, newly made roof object. And since we have modified this, so now we need to add this and this and this. To right click to correction layers, so I'll go ahead and then add them to correction layers. If I hide them, they are hidden. Now I'll go inside Unreal Engine here, and I have modified these two existing objects, so I will just, or maybe one, I will just delete it because I have corrected one inside Max, which I will be bringing inside. And again we have to go inside Max, and hide, and I will go ahead, select this and this, isolate it, and I'll go ahead and fill these little gaps on bridge, and then I can click bridge. After this, what I will do is I will just go ahead and duplicate this object, and this making this whole box will solve these roof issues inside Unreal Engine. See this one, and this object, and this black thing, and then this white thing. This will solve all these issues, these white issues, and this white issue, this white issue, and this white issue will be solved because of this box which we have just made inside Max. So now we'll hide this correction layer, and again go inside the Unreal Engine and search for the next object having bug. So I think we need to, if I go ahead and hide this object, I'll go ahead and select this, and maybe this, and then this, if I hide this, I still have these almost. Control Z, this is a very bad bug is of Datasmith. If you hide it and Control Z, then this compiling shaders goes on again and again and again. So basically, if you cannot hide and unhide, so basically you cannot hide and then Control Z, and it's very annoying. I can go in maybe wireframe, and I'll switch on in full screen so that I can see everything, and then I'll go ahead, see this compiling issue. Now I'll go ahead and press Ctrl G to make a group out of it, and then I will Ctrl H, and then I will select, and if I select this and this, and I have to bring it a bit inside because I see gap here. So to fulfill that gap, I'll just bring it a bit inside, like this. Yes, and I'll just go ahead here and do the same. Select this, this, this. Just try not to undo it, otherwise that data smith bug will bug you. Alt 4, Control G, select both of these, and then just bring them inside a bit. It's okay. Let's do the same for this door also. Alt 4, Control G, and then select these two, and then bring them a bit inside. Yeah, fine. Now go ahead and cross check for it. I think this is a black material, so no issue here. I'll go ahead here in lighting mode only, and then we have a object here. Need to flip the normals, hide, go ahead and cross check it whether it's having flipped normals or not. So these normals are flipped, so let's go here and just apply a normal modifier, and then we will send it to correction layer. Now delete this accidentally created layer, and then again go ahead and delete from here. Then I'll just cross check everything seems perfect here. Here also everything is perfect, and I think I think we have issue on this object. So what we can do is we can just replicate, take this, press Alt, and then we can go ahead and replicate this. This is also having a flipped normal, so we will just replace it with this, hide, then I will delete this object, and then I'll go ahead and correct this. So I'll go ahead and cross check it whether it's having a flipped normal. See, normals are flipped. So let's go ahead and then just add a normal modifier, and then add it to the correction layer. And now we have to come here and delete it from the Unreal scene. And now this object, so I'll go here. We have to correct all the bugs. Very important. It is very important, otherwise you will not get a nice looking scene. Okay, I think normals of this object are okay. I think there is some material issue here, so let's go here, and yes, it's a material issue. See, it was a metal issue. So now we'll go ahead further, and now I can see all these objects having issues, except this object, it's not having any issue. So what we'll do is, I'll just go here, Control Q, that means select similar, and then I will isolate it, and then just cross check everything for the normals. So I'll just select this, cross check it, its normals are okay, so I will hide it, cross check it, this normals are okay, I will hide it, cross check this. Okay, these ones normals are facing backwards. Before that, what we need to do is, I will select this and 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 this, and this, and I'll just go ahead and apply a normal modifier, and I will add these objects. And we'll have to go here and then delete those objects, delete, 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 delete. Then delete these two, and okay, let's keep it like this as of now. We'll return there in future. We can go in this, to cross check this type of material. What we need to do is, we just go ahead and refraction, and then change the color of the glass to maybe white. Bug correction is very much important. If your objects and geometries are not in perfect condition and perfectly optimized and corrected for the errors, then your scene can never look realistic. So it's very tedious and very important process. So you have to keep in mind that you need to correct all the bugs of the scene to make the scene look very nice. So I will right click here and click close tabs on the right, and I will click yes. Then it will close all the tabs that are present on the right side of this palette. So as you can see, all the palettes to the right of these palettes are closed, and I will close this one also, and see, you can see now. And I will just apply this white, oh sorry, glass material. So I think okay, and now the bug are on these panels. So what I will do is I will go inside max, isolate selection off, and then I will go here, panels, and I will select Control Q, and then I will go ahead, select all these panels, and then I'll select it, and then I will go inside and I will apply edit mesh modifier. And for element, I will go in element, and then I will select this, flip, and select this, flip, select this, flip, select this, flip, select this, flip, flip, and then flip. So all the meshes, and now I'll go ahead, right click, add selection to new parent, and then I'll go ahead and click on correction, and in Unreal Engine I will go ahead and delete those panels. Because we have corrected them inside max and we will be re-importing them, so we don't need the old ones. So as I think for the first instance, well, let's go ahead and bring those objects, and we have already deleted those objects here inside Unreal Engine. So I'll save Unreal Engine, then I will go here, switch off this, and then switch on our correction layer. And now what I will do is I will just select everything, or maybe double click on it, and I will rename them as static mesh underscore corrected underscore, and then numbered, and then renaming them. And then I will go ahead, file, export. First let me save the file, and then I will go ahead, file, then export, and then export selected. And now I will select this 01 export, and I will rename this to maybe 02 export now, and then I will save it, and then include selection only, and then click OK. So as you can see, all the objects, these corrected objects, have been exported. Now I will go inside Unreal Engine, and then I will go ahead and click Datasmith, and then D drive, tutorial, export, and then 02 export, and then open. And then I will select this import folder, and then I will click OK, and I will click import. So I'll go ahead and assign one material for this, and that material can be anything. So I'll just go ahead, select this material, and since those objects which we made for blocking the external lights, we didn't put any material on those, so I will just put material here inside Unreal Engine, so it's not a big deal. And then again I will go inside here, and I see some issues here. Okay, this has been snapped wrong. Let's check and cross check it. So we need to snap this. So what I will do is I'll just go ahead, vertex mode, and to snap this to the lower end of the floor object, and then we'll go ahead here, vertex, select, and then we will snap this to this. And now we'll go ahead, select these two objects, file, export selected, and now we'll name it to export 3, export, okay. And then in Unreal Engine I will delete this floor object, this object, and then import. Oops. Okay, I think it's right. Select this material, apply it on this and this, and if I go inside now I don't have any problem. So I see some weird flickering on here, so I will go ahead to correct this flickering issue. I will go ahead and in material, then I will switch on tessellation, world displacement, and then reset these two values in tessellation, and then apply the material. So now you can see this issue has been resolved, and I think we have corrected a lot of objects inside this scene, and it's a good time to, oops, I have some, okay, this face needs to be flipped. So I will go ahead and cross check it. Okay, you see normals are pointing in the wrong direction. So what I will do is I will just go ahead and apply a normal, and then again export selected, then click here 4, save, and we have to keep continuously improving and correcting all the bugs, because we cannot go without completing our bugs or removing our bugs. So it's very important for us to remove all the bugs. So I'll go ahead and then delete this, and then I will press Ctrl 0 so that I can come to this viewport very easily and instantly, and then I will go ahead and import. So now as you can see, I can see some gap, but let's go with it as of now. because it happens that we cannot correct every bug in one go, so it may require one or maybe two goes, because anyway we have to come here again and cross check these objects. So let's go ahead and build the lighting, save it, and then here also I will save the file. So as you can see here, the light has been built, and I will go ahead and cross check everything, and I think from inside everything looks okay as of now. And I will just go ahead and cross check all the objects that were having problem. This is solved now, and this one is also solved now, and all those light leaks from the ceilings have been solved now, and this also solved, and then light leaks from the floor also got solved. And here this will be because of the light map resolution. Just go on and cross check everything. It took around 4 minutes 54 seconds to build. Okay, I see two more issues here, so let's make it white color and see if that helps us as of now. Okay, it's not helping. That means the normal of this spoon is flipped and the normal of this object is flipped. Okay, two objects still needs to be taken care of, and then I will just cross check everything very carefully and as accurately as possible. Just go ahead and then cross check all this. We will have to switch the flip the normal of these two elements, and we will be good to go from here. And we need to replicate or clone this chair, so I will just go ahead and clone this chair. Hide and then delete this one. Then I will clone this, rotate it, hide that, and then delete this one, and then clone this one to 180. And everything looks okay in here as of now. Only two objects, this one and this spoon. and just cross check very carefully. No object should have bug and error, then it will be a perfect render. So I think I have to flip the normals of these panels inside these panels also. Okay, and then again I think we have to switch the normals of this and this object and then this object, and I think rest is okay. This object, okay, let's start from here, and rest everything looks okay. So let's start from here. So I'll go inside max again, isolate selection, and then I will just hide this correction ones and hide this roof object also, and then I will go here, select this panel, and all this. Okay, wait, we need this one, this, 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 and then this, and then this. So I'll go ahead and in edit mesh element, polygon, and then I will flip, and then I will select all these objects, go in polygon, and then in element flip, flipped already, flip, 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 and then flip. And what I'll do is I will make a new layer, and then I will name it correction _02, and then I will hide it, and in here Unreal Engine I will go ahead and delete those objects which I just corrected. Okay, now I will have to go here and then isolate selection, and then I will select this, and I will select this object because this object needs to be corrected, and then I will go ahead maybe this object also. So I will go ahead and select this one. I'll hide this one, this object and this object, and I'll go ahead and select these two objects. I think this one and this one. And this one. Isolate, and then I will use normal, then move them to new peak and then correction 2, and I will delete them from here. Delete, delete, and then delete, delete, and delete. And we have to flip the normals of these two objects. We'll hide this, go here and select these two objects and then apply a normal on it. And add these two objects on the correction layer 2. And delete them from here. Delete and then delete. And just go ahead and cross check for anything else that has to be taken care of. I think we need a UV map modifier on this element, so I'll go ahead here, set max, and apply a UV map modifier on it, and then I will add it to new parent peak, and then I will just go ahead and delete it from here. Just cross-checking every bit of this scene, so just go ahead and delete this object and delete this object, and in max what I will do is I'll select this and this and then this and then this, and then I will just bring them a bit inside, so there will be no flickering. If I don't do this, then this glass object are colliding on each other and they will appear flickering. So to remove this, I am doing this to remove the flickering on those glass objects. Just bring a bit inside so that there will be no object overlap on each other. Then in top view, I'll just bring this glass panel a bit inside, and then I'll select both of these objects and I'll send them to correction layer. Now just go ahead and cross check everything. So now go ahead and export those objects, hide them, and then these are the objects which I have to import again. So just go ahead and double click, file, export, export selected. Name it export 5. Go inside Unreal Engine, and I have already deleted all those corrected objects which I am going to import. So just go ahead and click import 5, open, import, select this folder should be selected, and then OK, and then import. Save the file after importing all the objects. And I will go ahead and then build the light. Okay, I think there is something wrong. Normals need to be flipped a bit more accurately on this object. Add edit mesh modifier, polygon, C. Okay, there is an element inside in here. Okay, let's go ahead and flip the normals. Yes, now it's okay. Now it will be perfect. And we can also detach this object. Yeah, and we will go ahead and export these two objects. And then I will delete this. from Unreal Engine and then import those two objects. Now I think it will be very nice. It will be giving you a nice result now. So I'll go ahead and reduce the textures. I think these objects needs to be flipped or what. Okay, they are right. Just cross check again and we will increase the resolution of these 4 objects. To 1024. And 024. And since these objects are now cross-checked, so I will go ahead and reduce their resolution to reduce our build time on the test renders. And now we'll go ahead and build the light, and let's correct the material of this. We will also correct the material with this. Now again, let's go ahead and build the light before we proceed further and add detail lighting. So I will go ahead and close these palettes and I will then go ahead, click render. So after the light build, we'll go over a few things, and those things are, first of all, I would like to show you the configuration of my PC so that you may know what is my PC and how I'm able to do these all things. So I will go ahead and show you my configuration of my PC. And here, if we start from CPU, then I have a AMD Ryzen Threadripper 1950X 16 core processor, and then 32 GB of memory RAM. You can see here 32 GB of RAM I have, and 1 GB Intel SSD NVMe, 1 TB. It's a 1 TB Samsung, this one Samsung SSD Evo 970 Evo plus 1 TB. It's an NVMe hard drive, and then Intel SSD, normal SATA SSD, and few HDD, normal HD rotating ones. And then I have 4 Mbps of internet speed, and then a GPU of NVIDIA G4 RTX 2080 Ti. And here I will show you my Windows, and I am running Windows 10 Pro for workstation on AMD Ryzen Threadripper 1950X 16 core 3.4 GHz, and memory is 32 GB. And then Windows is activated and licensed window. So first thing is over. Now I will show you all how to install GPU light mask, because I am using GPU light mask in this whole tutorial. You can use the same process on CPU light mask also, but I will not at all recommend CPU light mask, because GPU light mask is incredibly fast and incredibly accurate in terms of realism. So I will recommend you all that do not use CPU light mask. If you can use GPU light mask, if you cannot use GPU light mask, you don't have the hardware, then obviously you can go for the CPU light mask. But I will recommend everyone using Unreal Engine to use GPU light mask and rather than using CPU light mask. So for that you should know how to install GPU light mask, and I will let you know how to install it. So we will just go here, and I will go inside rendering forum of Unreal Engine forum. Just go on forums.unrealengine.com development discussion and go in rendering section and find a thread with the name of Lawsong's GPU light mask. I'm using 4.22.3 here in the tutorial. So after this page has been loaded, you'll have to go here binary installation, and then just go ahead and download this. From here, just go ahead and download this link. Just click on this link, and then a dialog box will appear, and then a download box will appear. Just download it, and once you have downloaded it and you extract it, then what you will find is